A woman with tears in her eyes accuses her boyfriend of 3 years in court, claiming that he killed someone with his car. Because of this, the boyfriend is sentenced to 5 years in prison and fined 500 yuan. Watching her innocent boyfriend go to jail for no reason, the woman cries and runs to him, asking for forgiveness, but she doesn't know that he now deeply hates her. He throws the ring, the symbol of their love, at her and goes to jail with endless hatred. In this way, 6 full years pass, and the poor boyfriend, by turning his hatred into strength, becomes a rich and successful CEO, while the woman struggles in poverty, writing articles for newspapers to survive. When the CEO sees his girlfriend from 6 years ago in the crowd, he instantly remembers her betrayal and walks away with hateful eyes, not knowing that the accusations she made were out of helplessness. Actually, back then, the woman's mother was gravely ill and near death. That's why her stepmother and father threatened her that if she didn't blame her boyfriend for their crime, they would stop her mother's treatment. Hearing this, the girl broke, and to save her mother's life, she filed a hit-and-run case on her boyfriend. Seeing her 3 years of love go to jail, the woman ran to him crying and started telling him the truth, but the boyfriend was so angry that he did not listen to a single word of hers and went to jail carrying hatred in his heart. Just a few days later, the woman discovered that she was going to be the mother of her boyfriend's child. When her father found out about this, he considered it a disgrace and threw her out of the house. Left with no choice, she gave birth to a daughter alone, but unfortunately, her daughter was born sick, and to pay for her treatment, the woman started working at a newspaper office. One day, when she took her written article to the editor tore her papers and said, "Never come to the office again." Hearing this, the woman begged him, saying she desperately needed money for her daughter's treatment, but he didn't listen. Instead, he reminded her that it was all her own fault because she betrayed her ex-boyfriend. Broken inside, she realized this was the punishment for breaking his heart. When she came home, tired and hopeless, she saw that her daughter was burning with a high fever. She immediately picked her up and rushed to the hospital. At the same time, the CEO was also on his way to visit his mother at the hospital when suddenly the woman came in front of his car. Because of the darkness, the CEO could not recognize her and thought she was just another woman who had fallen down to get money. So he told the driver, "Give her some money and send her away." The driver went and threw some money on the woman and her daughter, but the woman said she didn't want money. "Just take my daughter to the hospital." But the driver refused and drove away. Both were in front of each other, yet they still couldn't recognize each other. Somehow, the woman managed to take her daughter to the hospital. However, the doctor said her condition was critical and surgery had to be done soon, but the woman didn't have money. So the doctor suggested she ask the child's father for help, but the woman explained he would never help her because she was the one who sent him to jail. At that moment, the CEO was leaving after visiting his mother when he noticed the woman. He thought of following her, but just then, the little girl grabbed his hand and called him Papa. Shocked, he stared at her because she looked exactly like him in childhood. For the first time, the CEO's heart softened for someone, but still, he couldn't realize that she was his own daughter. The next day, to collect money for her daughter's treatment, the woman helplessly went to a club to sing, but there, the CEO saw her and assumed she was selling her dignity for money. To insult her, he placed millions of dollars in front of her and said, "Just drink 1 glass of alcohol, and all this money will be yours." She explained she was allergic to alcohol, but the CEO still forced her. Now, what will happen next? To find out, like this video.